Hi everybody, welcome to Monday again. Things are staying busy right now, but they're actually, after this week, they're going to spread out just a little bit. So I hope after this week you can take a little breath for a little bit. I'm going to talk about both this week and the next few weeks in this video just because they kind of interconnect a little bit. I want you to not be surprised by what's coming up these next few weeks. So first we'll dive into this week, cover everything, we'll talk about what's coming up after that. We'll jump right in here. So this week you're taking a break, kind of a week off of your informative speech, and you're working on your persuasive speech. So kind of a change in mindset a little bit. This is a good thing because it gives time now for you. I'll go through everybody's speeches. You got feedback from your group members, and I'll give you feedback on your formative speeches. So before you give your final one, you'll get a chance to have that feedback and improve it before you give it, starting next week. So hopefully that makes sense a little bit. So today, switch mindset. Now we're focusing and preparing your first draft of your persuasive speech. So the process, though, hopefully is a little, the topic changes and the nature of the speech changes, but the process is similar. So hopefully it'll be a little smoother and faster for you this time as you go. So those are your main objections, is to prepare that speech using both sources and an outline and giving a draft of it. So there are two more readings to do, and that will finish up all the reading for the semester. So you can shout hallelujah for that. Just two more readings and a quiz on that, and then two good examples of persuasive speeches. I really benefit from hearing good examples because you've never taken this class before, and what's a good example, so make sure you listen to those. They'll give you some good pointers on that as you go. So that's the first thing you'll do is obviously do the reading and listen to the examples, and then you'll take the quiz just like usual. You should be pretty used to those, but it's nice to know it's your last one at least. So after you've done your quiz, then you're jumping right into, hold on just a second. All right, sorry about that. I think we got loaded now. So first is your persuasive speech outline. So you have experience doing an outline, you kind of know how to do it. And so you're going to go in and create an outline for your persuasive speech. This is due by Wednesday, so you're going to want to get on this right away. Outlining everything about your persuasive speech, and then you're going to go in and give feedback. And the directions are a little confusing. I apologize. There's some outdated material here. I don't create the course, but I'll be giving them feedback on it. It talks about working in groups, but they have it set up as a class-wide discussion board. So I'm just going to say that everyone needs to do 2 or 3 responses to classmates. So just find 2 or 3 people, maybe people who haven't gotten feedback yet, and go in and give them feedback on their outline using these 4 questions once again. Okay, so 2 to 3 responses to each classmate after you post your own outline. So hopefully that's pretty clear on that one. Once you've done that, so we'll have the screen where you'll post your own outline, and you'll be able to give feedback to anybody in the class. Once again, also I should mention in groups, there were some groups that got really tiny because people dropped, but the next week when you hit groups again, they're restructured, so they'll be a little more balanced. Everyone has 3 or 4 instead of some have 5, some have 2. So, and then you're going to do your first draft of persuasive speech. There's no rest here in between the 2 speeches. So you'll go in here. Once again, remember the nature. It's persuasive this time, rather informative, but you still got to use your 5 sources, use research to do that. And then once again, you'll go in and give feedback to 2 or 3 people, maybe 2 or 3 different people than you did on the outline, just to spread your feedback around a little bit. Excuse me. So that's where you'll do that, and hopefully it's a little smoother now. You know kind of how to record and post to YouTube. They do all need to be in YouTube. It's just going to be a lot easier. So if you have any problems, let me know early this week so we can get you, make sure you're ready to do it in YouTube, because that's where it needs to be from now on. Next up here, so after you've done that, is this where you'll actually post it. This is practice, once again, so it's not worth as much, and it's just a chance to kind of progress. And then finally your participation quiz. So, jumping right into persuasive speech, and that's what's going to be the key of this week as you go. So read through that, let me know if there's any questions. Now just jumping, I want to give you a little forecast of what's going to happen after this week. So if we come down here a little bit. So you get your feedback this week on persuasive, and then 7, 8, and 9 are returning to informative speeches. This is when the final version is going to be given of your informative speech. And we're going to spread it out because it's a class-wide process. And I'm going to split it into thirds. So about 5 to 6 people a week will post, and then everyone in the class will go in and evaluate the speeches using a rubric that you'll have access to starting next week. So it's kind of a fun thing. So every week you'll either be evaluating or you'll be posting your own speech as you go through. And so I will send that schedule out within the next couple days, just so those people who are going next week will know about it and be ready. And I'm just probably going to do it alphabetically. And you may think it's an advantage to have 3 more weeks, but personally I think it's just good to, if you're first, it's good to have it done. If you are the 3rd week, if you're doing yours during week 9, then there's advantages too. So I'll just try to spread that evenly. You'll know what week everyone's given their informative speeches, but everyone will go in and give feedback during those weeks. Well, that makes sense. Week 10's a break. Actually, it's just working on your persuasive speeches, and then we do the same thing again starting week 11 with persuasive speeches. So I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little confusing. Directions could be a little clearer than they are in the course. So do let me know. I'm here to support you and help you as you go through this. And yeah, let me know any questions early on in the week. So hopefully it can be a successful week for you.